A reading from the book of the prophet Jeremiah, chapter 31. When that time comes, declares the Lord, I shall be the God of all the families of Israel, and they will be my people. Thus says the Lord, they have found pardon in the desert. The people who survived the sword, Israel is going forward to his rest. The Lord has appeared to him from afar. I have loved you with an everlasting love, and so I still maintain my faithful love for you. I shall build you once more, and you will be rebuilt, virgin Israel. Once more, in your best attire and with your tambourines, you will go out with the dance of merrymakers. Once more, you will plant vineyards on the mountains of Samaria, and those who plant will enjoy the fruit. For the day is coming when the watchmen shout on the mountains of Ephraim, Come, let us go up to Zion, to the Lord our God. For thus says the Lord, cry out with joy for Jacob. Hail the chief of the nations. Proclaim, give praise and cry, O Lord, save your people, the remnant of Israel. See, I am bringing them back from the land of the north and gathering them in from the far ends of the earth. With them, the blind and the lame, women with child, women in labor, all together, a mighty throng will return here. In tears they will return, in prayer I shall lead them. I shall guide them to streams of water, by a smooth path where they will not stumble. For I am a father to Israel, and Ephraim is my firstborn son. Listen, nations, to the word of the Lord. Proclaim it to the islands far away. Say, he who scattered Israel is gathering him, will guard him as a shepherd guards his flock. For the Lord has ransomed Jacob, redeemed him from a hand too strong for him. They will come and sing for joy on the heights of Zion and be radiant at the Lord's lavish gifts. At the wheat, the new wine, and the oil, the young of the sheep and the cattle, their life like a well-watered garden, they will sorrow no more. The young girl will have her joy in the dance, the young men and the old alike. I shall change their mourning into gladness, comfort them, give them joy from their troubles. I shall refresh my priests with rich food, and my people will rejoice at my gifts, declares the Lord. Thus says the Lord, a voice is heard in Ramah, lamenting and bitterly weeping. Rachel is weeping for her children, refusing to be comforted for her children because they are no more. Thus says the Lord, keep your voice from weeping and your eyes from tears, for there is a reward for your labor, declares the Lord. And they will return from the land of the enemy. There is hope for your future, declares the Lord. Your children will return to their homeland. I have indeed heard Ephraim's grieving. You disciplined me, and I learnt discipline, like a young, untrained bull. Bring me back. Let me come back, for you are the Lord my God. For since I turned away, I have repented. Having understood, I beat my breast. I was deeply ashamed. I blushed, for I bore the disgrace of my young days. Is Ephraim then so dear a son to me, a child so treasured? Whenever I speak against him, I remember him lovingly still. Therefore, I am deeply moved for him, and will surely take pity on him, declares the Lord. Set up your signposts, raise yourself landmarks, fix your mind on the road, the way by which you went. Come home, Virgin Israel, come home to these towns of yours. How long will you hesitate, rebellious daughter? For the Lord is creating something new on earth. A woman sets out to find her husband again. Promise of restoration to Judah. Thus speaks the Lord Sabaoth, the God of Israel. In the land of Judah and in its towns, they will use these words once more when I bring their captives home. May the Lord bless you, home of saving justice, holy mountain. And in this land, Judah and all its towns, the farmers and those who wander with their flocks will live together, for I shall give the weary all they need and satisfy all those whose strength has gone. At this I awoke and saw that my sleep had been sweet to me. Israel and Judah. Look, the days are coming, declares the Lord, when I shall sow the house of Israel and the house of Judah with the seed both of people and of cattle. And as I once watched over them to uproot, to knock down, to overthrow, to destroy, and to bring disaster, so now I shall watch over them to build and to plant, declares the Lord. In those days people will no longer say, the fathers have eaten unripe grapes, and the children's teeth are set on edge. But each will die for their own guilt. The teeth of the one who eats the sour grapes will be set on edge. The new covenant. Look, the days are coming, declares the Lord, when I shall make a new covenant with the house of Israel and the house of Judah, but not like the covenant I made with their ancestors the day I took them by the hand to bring them out of the land of Egypt, a covenant which they broke, even though I was their master, declares the Lord. For this is the covenant I shall make with the house of Israel when those days have come, declares the Lord. Within them I shall plant my law, writing it on their hearts. Then I shall be their God, and they will be my people. They will no longer teach one another, saying, learn to know the Lord. For they will all know me, from the least to the greatest, declares the Lord, since I shall forgive their guilt and never more call their sin to mind. Israel will endure. Thus says the Lord, who provides the sun for light by day, who ordains moon and stars for light by night, who stirs the sea, making its waves roar. His name is the Lord Sabaoth. Were this established order to pass away from before me, declares the Lord, then the race of Israel would cease being a nation before me forever. Thus says the Lord. If the heavens above could be measured, the foundations of the earth below could be fathomed, then I too would reject the whole race of Israel for all that they have done, declares the Lord. Jerusalem, magnificently rebuilt. Look, the days are coming, declares the Lord, when the city will be rebuilt for the Lord, from the tower of Hananel to the corner gate. Then once again, the measuring line will stretch straight to the hill of Gareb, turning then to Goa, and the whole valley, with its corpses and ashes, and all the ground beside the ravine of the Kidron, as far as the corner of the horse gate eastwards, shall be consecrated to the Lord. It shall never again be destroyed or overthrown. The word of the Lord.